Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where we're going to take a little hop, skip, and a jump across the narrow sea here, and over to the big, beautiful, wonderful land of... Wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be taking a boat? What happened to that? What quest is awaiting us here in Baklad, I wonder? Aren't we supposed to be... I thought one of the quests, we specifically said we would need to get a boat for the journey. And then I suppose maybe we decide... You're a funny man, Lucas Kitts. You're a funny man, aren't you? You're a funny little fella. Thank you so much for your... a boop as well. Just a loving little boop, like a little nudge. Like a little friendly nudge. I thought one of the quests we specifically said we were going to need a boat for, but I guess we're just going to skip on over to Ash and begin with whatever quest is awaiting us in Isla. Isla Nublar? Isn't this where the dinosaurs are? Isla, that actually just means island, doesn't it? So this could be any Isla, really. This could be Isla Nublar. It could be Isla Sorna. I don't think there's dinosaurs there anymore, though. I think they stopped doing that. I think they went and got all those and brought them over to Nublar when they opened the park up, because they needed dinosaurs for Jurassic World. And that's my understanding of the lore. I think they just went and fetched all of those and brought them over. That's why there weren't no Carnosaurus in Jurassic Park, but there were Carnosaurus in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. They went to Isla Sorna and they got it, and they brought it to Nublar. Also, wasn't one of the quests here? Yeah, it's like right down here. Right out this door. I don't know why it's not showing up on the map. I suppose it's because it's not one that's being tracked. Is there a way to change the quests that are currently being tracked? Set delete marker? I can set a marker? Apparently I've set a marker. I've literally never done that before, I don't think. I've never had need to. I suppose we're tracking the quests now manually. There probably is a way to go in and just change what's being tracked. I don't know what screen you would go to for that. Maybe the journal? I suppose that might be it. Yeah, but I don't know which one it is. Hold on, let's go back to the map then. Well, dang flabbit, let's go back to the little map. Let's get rid of this marker. So we're doing Duty Undying. So we're going to go back to the journal. We're going to find Duty Undying. And we're going to select it. Unable to track more quests. Well, let's untrack a convenient... Well, wait a minute. No, what if that's one of the ones we need to do here in Ash that I've just unfollowed? Or that I've just stopped tracking? Well, you know what? It will show up when we check the big map. Yeah, so we can keep track of them in that way, I suppose, if that's what it comes down to. But we definitely want to start with this one. This is going to be the first time I've done combat in a hot minute here, so hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I remember all of the many abilities that I have available to me, that being one of them. But I also, don't I have like a this thing? Like I could do that and then that real quick? And then isn't this like a thing I can do? That's just like lunge. That's nothing special. We've been doing that one a lot. Hold on, what is that? Apparently that was something we needed. It had a quest marker on it, did it not when I picked it up? Did I imagine that? It looked like it was a slightly off color as well. Is that completely something that I've fabricated in my mind? Was that not part of a... Hold on. Is that some more of them down here? Is this what we needed for maybe the quest we're supposed to be doing for mid? Possibly. I don't know. I'm just going to keep lunging. There's no reason to not be lunging right now. Just keep pushing them further and further down the trail. This is a unique tactic, to be sure. I'm not sure if it's really the best one, though. We can cold snap. I gotta remember we can do that. So that's just some regular old nonsense there. I don't think we need to fight these guys. Maybe I completely imagined that. Maybe it was entirely in my head. Who's watching right now? Lucas, you're watching. Gilliam is AFK. GSNL might still be with us. Is it my imagination, or did it say that whatever they dropped I needed to pick up? It looked like it was a slightly different color. Oh my gosh, it's one of these! This one's slightly different. This just looks like a regular old door. The one that we found... Is that where Torgal's taking us? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I just had this a moment of realization. It could entirely be possible that closed door... No, that's near Eastpool. That's not where where Torgal is taking us. Torgal wants to take us somewhere, though. But there's a closed door that we still need to figure out how to get into. Joshua's just not here anymore.
What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves.
I don't like the way this sounds.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
If someone starts passing around Kool-Aid, do not drink it.
Saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
Bring us salvation.
At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
I'm glad that Joshua is now present with us. I guess he was just standing right out of sight during all of that. Again, I theorize that were he not with us, there just wouldn't have been dialogue there, which is an interesting choice. I appreciate that they, he's not just like following us and has nothing to contribute to the adventure. It would have been cool if we could have brought other people with us. That would have been great. Also, why is his name the third chair? That's a little bit silly. Can we not just call him Joe or something like that? Whoa! As you are no doubt aware, Lord Bernhard, there was once a race of men who commanded the most formidable of forbidden magics. But did you ever hear tell of the executors? Those charged with driving out these heretics. The order had its origins in the Crystalline Dominion, by whose ruler's decree it was tasked with the protection of mankind and sent forth to extinguish the forbidden magic wherever rumors of his use might arise. Having in due course succeeded in their mission and driven the utterers of the unutterable from the land, these secretive souls withdrew from the stage of history, never to be heard from again. Was the forbidden magic just like they knew calculus or something? Did they know how to do... Like, could they make a light bulb of some kind? What were the forbidden magics?
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you. Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill, much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... 'tis different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. that they might do their duty to their lord, even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik.
Yeah, that's where I figured that was
I
going.
know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great...
But what? It sounds like it's already happened, and now if you stay here, they're going to kill
my
you.
lord. Something is happening.
Yeah, you've missed it all because you're hanging out here in this
Find out what.
house.
Stay here.
This explains how he was able to turn the entire continent into an army of Akashic thralls. They wanted it. They were desperate for it. Now the whole village is eaten up with ether. How did they manage that?
Flood. Oh no.
You say, oh no, like this isn't what they wanted, but how did they summon an ether flood?
There must be something I can do.
They don't want you to do anything. This was their ideal end goal.
Echoes as well. Found her.
Do we really need to be involved in this? It kind of sounds like everyone's getting what they want out of this. Also, my gosh, it's very quiet for me. I need to turn it up, but I don't have time. Because now I'm engaged in pitched combat. I've got to see this through to the very end. Whoa, I just kind of dismissed all those guys there. That was fun. Give him a good stab in the chest, finish him off. Nice and clean, nice and simple. Simple and clean. It's the way you've got me feeling tonight, you know?
What now?
Clive, whatever lies beyond this morning is just a little later on.
We meet again.
Yeah, but in spite of the warnings, the future doesn't scare me at all.
I've killed your kind before.
A few times. Have they been glowing? I don't remember them being glowing, though. That's new. Possibly? That, I thought I could cold snap out of that. I did not realize that I did not have cold snap ready to go. That is on me. That is also on me. Again, we're getting warmed up. Hold on. There we go. Get him frozen. See, this works a lot better. This works a lot better if we're like... Yeah. There we go. Good bit of frostbite. Hey, I'm trying to... Okay, hold on. Now we can do the wind-up. Okay, now we dodge out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're getting back into it. Hit him with the big ones. That ought to get him in a position where he's ready to be, like, pulled down. There you go. There you go. It's all coming together now. It's all coming back to me is what it is. All that muscle memory is flooding back from the depths of my brain and into my mind. Oh, and the timing is good too? Oh, when the timing is good and it all just hits, that's when it's at its best. That's when we're at peak gameplay right there. Okay, nope, maybe bad timing for that. I was kind of hoping we would just immediately get him into a staggered state, but man! Oh, I don't think we, after playing for 7 hours last time, had timing down that good. Yeah, the last time I recorded this, it was a 7-hour-long session. Here we go. We're gonna hit him with some electricity as soon as he comes back out of this. What's his name? Titus? Oh, Titus. You're gonna... I'm trying to think of like a funny quip or joke to make here, and nothing's coming to mind immediately. And I feel like if I'm not careful, it's gonna be inappropriate, right? Okay, the timing was not hot there. The timing was not hot. The timing was hot that time! No! The timing was boiling hot! Hot, wait, no. Yes! No, yeah, that makes sense. Boiling hot, yeah, no, that makes perfect... Well, I mean, I don't know if time can boil. But boiling hot makes sense. That's the most important thing. Okay, we're gonna get him tugged down. Hopefully. Oh, dang it. I didn't have it queued up and ready. There we go. Now we're gonna get him pulled down. And then hit him with the big thunder. Okay, and then hit him with the big fire. Hopefully he'll leave here staggered. He's close, he's close, he's close. Come on, be staggered. Be staggered! Just keep going, don't stop hitting him. Oh, come on now. Before he manages to get these things to blow up. He should be staggering. It's unreasonable to me that he's not staggered. You son of a gun, he just needed a bit of magic to get him over the edge. We're trying to get through all of these missions, by the way. I don't know if I declared this earlier. We're gonna get through all of these missions without ever taking a single potion. That's the declaration that I'm making right now. No matter what it takes, no matter what is required to achieve that end, that is what we are striving towards. That was a bit of a panic there. That's why the timing wasn't perfect. That was, like, delayed, and it wasn't going to be perfect anyway. Dang it. No, see, all the good timing we had is gone now. There we go. No, it's back. It's back. Good timing is back. Punch him. Claw him. Pull him down. That's pretty much all we've got, although this is almost charged up, but it's not quite there. So we're just gonna, like, stay over here, because this is where we can do our, like... Oh, dang it. It is disappointing whenever you miss the perfect timing. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, I didn't take damage, but also it could have been better. Okay, hit him with thunder. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very frightening. See, you'd like to think we'll have him staggered in just a minute. But this guy is particularly resistant to staggering. Should we heal? No, we shouldn't. No, we're not going to. He's almost defeated. We've still got all our potions. This is going to get us a little bit of health back. And then maybe we'll pick up some random potions along the rest of our journey. I'm just worried about continuing this adventure without doing some healing, you know what I mean? Because he's defeated now, but there's going to be more enemies. We're approaching the end of one of 11 quests that we've currently got ongoing. We've got to go 10 more without, like, dying. I think we're going to end up taking a potion. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's a game mechanic you're intended to use. This guy didn't even drop any sharp claws. Or sharp fangs, even. Sharp claws, it's not a thing. I guess he wouldn't have fangs either. He's like a construct of some sort. Why are you all freaking out? I don't get it. What are you so upset about?
Damn it.
I guess they're worried they're going to die before they can become an Akashic, but like... Oh, noble sacrifice, brother. Normally we gotta, like, waylay these guys, but that guy just needed to be knocked over.
Speak to me. I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty.
I feel like it would be more noble to explain to them that being an Akashic is not great.
Everything to me. And I would not deny them that fulfillment. Even if they must become Akashic.
The third chair, your morals are strange, and I don't abide by them. Your death was a waste.
My Lord Marquis.
I will not. I will hold this against you for the remainder of my life.
My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me? Of course. Your duty will be done. Look, my lord. They are saved.
They're just gonna be Akashic, aren't they? Now we're gonna have to kill them. Unless they're all just, like, wandering off now? Which is odd.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
It's a good thing that we've wandered all the way back here to him. It's not exactly what I would have wanted to do, because there's more for me to accomplish in Ash, but I suppose since we're back here now, we might as well go ahead and wrap up one of the 11 quests.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them, and you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
What a beautiful load of malarkey. That's one of the 11 quests done, though. Duty Undying Part 2 completed. For that, we got some Orichalcum. I thought it was all going to be tied to monsters, but I guess some of it can be quest-related. We also got some Clay Hearth Signboard. Not as handy or useful, but it's going to be displayed in our room until, I guess, we die, whether we want it or not, so that's handy. Did it tell me that we were going to get Orichalcum when we started the quest? Because it normally tells us what our rewards will be. Hopefully at the end of the game the skies clear up, because it's been kind of like glum and miserable here since the very start of the game. Also, what do you think they're selling here? They've got a little star signifying that there's something new that we've not seen before. And I doubt it's going to be any new consumables that we haven't seen before. You know what? I'm sure they have a beautiful song. I wish I could preview this. What a tattered slip of parchment. It's called Shoulders of Giant Orchestration. Soldiers of... let's buy it. Of course. Why not? We've got 345,000 gil. We might as well go ahead and buy ourselves a nice tune. We've got quite a bit of resources. Remember when we started and all of these things were impossibly expensive? 20 gil for a song? 20,000 gil for a song, I should say. Well, you know what? It's still insane and asinine, but I'm willing to pay it now. We have the excess funds. We'll give that one a little listen to next time. We're going to head back across the sea, though, because we are not yet finished. We have 2 more quests to see to, at least, over in the Ashen Lands. So we're heading to Ravenwit Walls, where we will see what awaits us. There's also some kind of monster to fight here, if I'm not mistaken, right? And some kind of arena battle. Didn't we determine that last time? Like, right up inside of there's a whole arena.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik.
Of course.
I need to hurry.
We should hurry. But also, wouldn't it be funny if we went and investigated what the situation was over here? And you know what? We should also go ahead and do this. We just need to warm up a little bit further, get a little bit more accustomed to the controls and everything, really give our best abilities a go. We should probably look at whether or not we can upgrade some things. I know we upgraded a bunch last time we played, so we probably don't have a whole lot of resources left to spend. But on the off chance we do, we should go ahead and see what we can invest in. There might be some pretty interesting stuff in there that we might be able to upgrade, that we might be able to master and bring with us, where we just swap some things around. Because you know what? Blind Justice? Useless. We could go ahead and, if we went ahead and mastered Judgment Bolt, which I think was one we were trying to master previously, and I upgraded to something else by mistake, and that's what we're saving up towards, right? Also, is that combat experience over now? What do we have? How much? We have 3,677. Maybe that's enough. Hold on, let's go have a little gander over in the abilities tab and see how many we need to go ahead and master. Blind Justice. That's Blind Justice. We don't care about that. Well, we want Judgment Bolt. That's going to be 5,500. So no, we've got a few ability points left to go. See, I don't want to stand around and fight these two guys. I kind of want to just slip past these bombs, but there's no way to like stealthily move between them. I can do a twister, and that at the very least will keep them occupied, right? So maybe I won't have to fight them. Maybe we can just run past them now and see whether or not the doors to this place have been opened. There's someone standing here. On what side of the grate, it's hard to tell. Oh, here we go. This is actually one of the quests. Oh! This is a quest, yes!
I take it.
None manning the gates, no.
Well, there you go!
Different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
It's very questionable that we've allowed her to come with us to a land that is flooded almost entirely with ether. If she turns, it's going to be our fault.
Floods inside the walls. Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope not.
I think
risking a lot just being here.
I'm pretty sure all these doors were closed last time we were here. Oh yeah, hi guys, how you doing? Having a good time? Great to see ya. Wish you well. So I'm guessing maybe these were these former guards? They look like guards. I was going to say they could have been the bearers in question we're here to rescue. They definitely look more like guards to me. I would love to inspect this artifact, but I'm kind of a little bit occupied at the moment. How are you alive? Nothing about that was careless. It was all perfectly calculated, Joshua. What are you talking about? Balmung Dark, Writ of Designation. The Kingdom of Walud hereby designates this facility a prison for detainment of bearers, both foreign and domestic. The purpose of this facility is to rear and train Kuza Beast for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strictest secrecy, and any mention thereof is punishable by death. Captive bearers have been provided solely for the pursual of the aforementioned purpose. Express permission is required for use of bearers in any other capacity. So they were being used to train monsters. That's dark.
They'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Oh, good. So there's still a creature here. That's fantastic and fun. That's something to keep an eye on. I do see that there's something down there. I don't think that's connected. I think that's a ways off, judging by the fact that it's literally 560Y. I've never realized that it's Y. Is that yards? Are we to interpret that as yards? I suppose it would be weird if they were using the metric system here in like this ancient society, because who would have invented it at the time? That would be a bit questionable. I'm just so used to every other game using the metric system. You know, you see X amount, and it's like, okay, that's going to be meters or some odd. But why? I can't think of what Y would be other than yards, which is such a strange way of measuring distance. The only thing I've ever heard yards used to measure is your standard American football field. And bolts of fabric, like when I would go shopping with my mom. My mom sewed a lot when I was younger. She still does, like my nieces and nephew. So that's the one thing I know yards from. When you buy fabric, you buy it by the yard. The Kuza has been recognized as an especially aggressive species. This being the case, it was hoped that successful deployment on the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. In exercises conducted thus far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bearer captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus, and the beast then driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimum loss to Waluder lives. Because, of course...
Minimal loss of Waluder lives.
Yeah.
And what happens when they run out of bearers?
They won't. They can just import some from across the sea.
Better care of their branded than that.
I mean, barely, honestly, not much better. Also, what was up with the staircase earlier? Was there not a staircase? Did I completely imagine that? In my mind's eye, I saw a staircase. Yeah, right here. What's this story? Obviously, we need to keep searching the ground floor. Yeah, let's not head up here just yet. I don't think we're meant to head up there just yet. We're in our quest destination here. So we need to continue our loop around. We're almost back to where we started. I did intentionally go the way opposite of what the game wanted, but we're back where we started now, so that's fine. I think right on the other side of this grate is where we started. I might be mistaken. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume the bearers assigned to fight beside it in a mock battle conducted as part of its training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding in this way, suggesting that live bears may even be its preferred source of sustenance. While this behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bears no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required. Oh boy!
Feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
Yeah, no, Clive, it keeps getting worse. It's a constant downhill. See,
Kashik down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs.
I guess the idea was always that we would go around in the direction we did, and that gate was never able to be opened. And probably I just saw that note on the ground and assumed the game wanted me to go that way, and then I chose the opposite direction being a contrarian, but in reality the game has learned. The game knows me now, and the game knew what it was doing. So, I have no idea what direction it intends me to go here, but we had good luck going around clockwise, so now I will propose that we go anti-clockwise, or reverse clockwise, or this direction. And I'm assuming, like, I guess it does depend on whether you consider the top of the clock to be. I'm considering the large area outside to be the clock, right? Also, is that even a statement that young folks these days will understand? In a world of, like, everyone just uses cell phones as clocks? Does anyone know what clockwise means anymore? Does anyone ever have to hold up their fingers and do like the left and right thing to determine which direction a clock goes? Because I've never done that. That would be ridiculous. That tells you which direction left and right is, not what direction a clock goes. That would be silly. This is a dead end, and there's no purpose for being here unless you want an empty shard and some other various assorted things that I didn't really get a good look at. So I'm not entirely sure what we just picked up, but it doesn't look like there's any other loot worth having here. So we'll continue back this direction. I'm glad I went that way. Because what I did, being a contrarian, was I ensured that we wouldn't come back here later in an attempt to make sure we searched every inch of this place, only to discover there's basically nothing of worth or value back there. I'm glad we started there as we did. Also, this ability is overpowered. But I'm starting to notice that it's not as overpowered as the enemies get more powerful. I don't think we can upgrade that ability even any further, and I'm not sure if the abilities scale with level. I assume they must. Like, surely if you max that ability out at level 20, it'll still do more damage at level 46. Although, I say surely, I don't actually know, and I can't be sure. Oh, Doris. I forgot you were here.
No luck downstairs.
How'd you get past all those guys?
But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? and all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even, and those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Gaylor's Key. I'm sure it's supposed to be jailers, but spelled in a curious and unique way, because it's Final Fantasy and things can't just be normal here. It'd be cool if we could get into like all of the different cells with the key, and then we could use that to find some epic hidden secret loots and maybe some messages left behind, like, my time's up, my whole left leg's gone to stone, they're going to feed me to the beast tomorrow. I'm not going to go down screaming and fighting, nah. Can I get back through this gate down here now? I wonder. That would be fantastic if they would allow me to use the jailer's key. Is there anything else back here? No, just that one note that we found. Okay. If they would let me use it to get back into this main room and thus complete the loop, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, we've wandered this entire way for no reason. Guess which one it is! Wait, where am I actually supposed to be going for this right now? Am I even tracking this quest properly? Make for Garnick, Randala, Port Isolde. We're not even tracking this quest. No wonder we have no idea where to go. I'm assuming just back around to the front and then we want to get into the center here, is my guess. I don't know that for sure. Yeah, see? Look there. There's the... This is where I thought the quest wanted us to start. So the game wanted me to walk up to this and attempt to open it,
down here.
and realize that it was locked. Also, we've lost the jailer's key. So we didn't make a full loop around here. This is a different area now. Oh, we can go inside of here now. If we wanted to, for whatever reason. It does not appear as though there's anything out here worth seeing. But we can, in fact, come out here and have a look around. To what end, I don't know. Oh, apparently the quest destination is nearby? I'm inclined to disagree with you. I think it's probably back inside where we came from, and I've got to figure out which one of these doors we came through now. I believe right there is where it was. This is just a big empty open space for no reason. And that's fine. I'm not even upset. Oh, here we go. If this is potions. No, it's amber. I was going to say, if it's potions, then we're heading towards some kind of a boss fight. Oh, oh, oh! Crying little girl! Crying little girl, where are you?
And she sounds close.
There you are! Hold on just a second. Let me go pick this up. Just... You've been locked away in here, surrounded by acacia. A man runs by and he's like, I see you! I'm going to rescue you! Give me a minute! I need to go pick up this bloody hide! Or whatever we just picked up. I think it was amber. Hi.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Oh, bless.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away.
Oh.
He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
And suddenly the monster's awake.
Back. Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
I suppose maybe after eating Chadwick, he, like, took a nap. Oh, yeah, look.
They're waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for berries.
Wait! Where was it before? Where? Look at the size of this thing. Tell me where this thing was moments before, where it just now is suddenly here. We ran all around out here. The Kuza Beast rank A was not present prior to this moment. It's not like he came up out of the ground. He definitely didn't come through that grate back there. I'm glad we've got our brother here with us for this.
I can't let that happen.
I think we're going to have to go ahead and take a potion. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, we're taking a potion right now. Just one of them. That gets us kind of topped off. Sorry about that, bro. Kind of just left you to get hit by that, didn't I? We're not doing our timings right. We got to work on this. We're only getting frostbites. We need to get full-on blizzards in here. We need to get permafrosted. Oh, that looks like it's going to be bad. I don't like it. His eye's glowing, so that can only be bad things. Didn't we fight one of these as a boss? We fought something previously that could summon meteors from the sky, and it was a pain in the neck. I remember that. Come here, you. Just gonna throw little spells at you while I approach. Oh, permafrosted! I hate, it makes me very upset that most of the time when I land a permafrost, it's not intentional, it's in a move of panic. Like, I'm glad I achieved it, don't misunderstand me. I'm just a little bit bummed. Am I doing a takedown? Yes, okay, good. That means that I'm not actually doing it out of precision. It's just out of panic. We're doing decent, though. We're about to have this one staggered. Hopefully right after this. Come on, big boy. Oh, maybe after we give him, like, one good hit. Oh, he's so close. There we go. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent. It's a good thing. I'm looking at our damage that we've taken. It's a good thing we did take that potion. You could argue that if I just let myself be that low, maybe it would have incentivized me to play better. But I think if there's one thing we've learned throughout the course of this Let's Play, it's that that's not how this works. I tell myself that if I don't heal, I'll just play better, but then I don't, and I die. We've died, what, 5 times in the course of this playthrough? We made it a shockingly long time without dying at all, only to then, like, die multiple times in a row. Frustratingly. There we go. Give him that big old punch again. And then hit him with a little bit of electricity, and then hit him with the claws. And then... oh, here he goes. Oh, you... gosh darn it. Good. Tug him down. Should we just, like, let loose the Twister? I don't see any reason not to, because it'll continue to deal damage to him. He's big enough that I don't think it's going to really, like, impact our ability to see him at all, or what he's doing. Yeah, look at that. We even managed to get a permafrost on him in the midst of a Twister. I think that's the secret. You got to use him on... if it's something that won't get lifted into the air when you use it, you got to make sure it's at least big enough that you can see it through the storm. And, like, properly... oh my gosh, we almost defeated it. I did not realize that we'd almost defeated it. I've been paying so much attention, as always, in these fights, to the stagger gauge and getting it depleted. Or, I didn't realize. I don't know what to tell you. Behemoth, Shackle, and a Meteorite. I don't know if that was something we needed for building the Super Sword. I don't think it was. It's not something that sticks out in my mind, but it could be used for some better armor at some point. That might be nice. Good riddance to you, monster.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
Oh, no.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Maybe he's still alive inside his stomach.
The girl is safe thanks to him.
It might have swallowed him whole.
Chadwick. You fool.
We don't know. We have no way of knowing.
We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not.
Please
I'll
don't
see that she's looked after from now on.
fast travel me back.
It's the least I can do.
We have another quest in Ash. It would be extraordinarily inconvenient if you fast traveled me back out of here for the sake of this quest. Son of a gun! Sometime later, so anywhere between 30 minutes and 48 days.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Howdy Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Howdy Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
There's a weird color shift there. I'm not sure if you caught. That was a beautiful finale. Nobody's tool. Yet another quest completed. We got the Breath of Darkness. Reduces gun gear cooldown time. That's nice. And a meteorite. That's borderline useless to us. Ooh. It's a fun little pan down, wasn't it? A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chamber. That doesn't necessarily mean a new quest. It could just be a message about, hey, thanks for helping me do the thing. And yeah, it shows no quests there. Well, we do still have one more mission in Ash. So back across the Narrows we go to Vidergrace. Or Vidergrace. Vidergrace. Yeah, however you pronounce it. Oh yeah, this big empty field here. I remember this. This is a wonderful land. So wait, is that the capital? So we're heading away from the capital. Up here is that little village that we found once upon a time. What is that? That must be another one of them beasts that we can fight. That must be a notorious mark if ever I've seen one. Yeah. Okay, sure. We've got some free time. Why not? Behemoth King rank S. Oh, maybe we can do this. Hold on a minute. We'll have to see exactly what he's got for us. Level 47? Okay, that's not what I meant to do. So we're off to a swimming start. Perfect. Actually, we're off to a great start now with that out of the way. We're going to take this opportunity while he's frozen to do some of these great big moves. Hit him with this one right as he's coming out of it. There we go. Pull him down. We're just going to empty everything we got on them. That's our best bet, I think. I think the idea that we're not going to use any potions is now out the window. We've already used one, and that's not too many. And that's not too bad. But I've just got a feeling that considering just how poorly we did right at the opening of this fight. Oh, that's already charged back up again, and this is already charged back up again. And then if we immediately dodge, because I think, yeah, we're going to need to dodge. Wait a minute. What just happened to me? What just happened to me? Did anyone else just notice that all of my health dropped? I had to take a high potion. I panicked into it. I'm also taking a strength tonic real quick. But what exactly hit me just then? It wasn't one of his abilities, I don't think. We came out of that into a cold snap, did we not? I am very confused about how I just took that much damage. I do not understand what hit me there. That was an impossibly high amount of damage. I don't get it. I'm taking another potion. We're panicking out of this. Don't, Lucas, don't you even right now. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you, Lucas. He says it was D's. We're not gonna fall for that. We are intellectuals. We know the answer to that. We know where that takes us. Get out of here with your gosh darn swing of the tail and your big charged up spiky horns. You gotta stick close to him. I reckon that's our best bet in survival right now. Is to just stay close and also hit him with things like this. There we go. Bring him down. We got a few more suites of abilities here we can pull on him. It's possible we didn't see what hit us because of the storm, but I don't know. I feel like we just got hit by, like, a glitch is what got us there. I wouldn't even be upset with, like, losing half of my health if I understood what it was that caused it to happen. That's my main issue right now. Did we take one of these, like, directly to the face? Was there, like, meteorites falling from the sky maybe that hit us? If so, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not mad that it happened. I'm just mad I don't have an explanation for why it happened and how it might go about happening again. What is this little doodah following me around here? What function does this serve? Oh my gosh, wait a minute, what? Yeah, just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. Oh gosh, just never stop dodging. There we go, brilliant. Hey, guess what, big boy? I got this for you. This will definitely get him staggered again. I've not paid attention to his health. Where is he? About halfway? He's gonna come out of this staggered. He's got to. He's not going to. He's decided not to. He's staggered now, though. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. No need to panic. He's almost halfway. He's almost halfway, and we've got almost everything charged up and ready to go right at the top of the next round. So the very first thing we're going to do is, as he's coming out of this, we're going to hit him with a twister. That'll deal continuous damage as well as build up his stagger gauge. Try to hit him with this, and then just get the heck out of there before he starts, like, unleashing whatever he's about to unleash on us. Tell you what, while this is happening, let's hit him with lightning. It's very unfortunate, isn't it, the timing of that. There we go, pull him down. Keep him stuck in it. Keep him stuck in it. Give him the big punch right in the face. And the little bits of electricity. He's having just the worst time right now. I like to imagine that he's living in a world of pain and he will remember our names as a result of these actions. Well, he won't. He'll be dead. But even if he defeats us, like, he's not going to be able to sleep at night because he'll remember the time he was almost defeated and he'll know that, oh my gosh, okay, whatever it was, that's it right there. Whatever it is, it's that. Did he just call down like a devil's tornado? Oh, I just ran into it again. Okay, no, yeah, we're burning through. What I need to do is avoid. He's got a tornado too. I'm seeing it now. He has his own twister, and we need to avoid it. I did just jump back into it. I did just take 2 more potions as a result. I am panicking a little bit, but not a lot. Just enough. The right amount of panic is going through my body right now, but we've almost got him defeated. We know to be on the lookout for the big twister. He's only done it twice now, so I doubt we'll see it again in the immediate future. Come on, big guy. Don't do it again. Apocalypse? I'm sorry? No, I think not. Yeah, do this. Why not? It'll be fun. We've literally never used that ability. We're just going to keep dodging. Just keep on dodging. Just steer well clear of him. This is good. This is an opportunity for everything to recharge. Perfect. That timing, though.
Too slow.
I probably should have taken a strength potion by now. Oh! That's probably an insta-kill, whatever that was there. Hit him with the big thunder. We've taken a strength tonic now. However much this costs, it's going to be worth it just to not have to do this fight again. We're going to spend literally everything we got on this encounter. If it takes all of our potions, then it takes all of our potions, and so be it. Once he's pulled back down, bring back out the twister. Bring back out the big punch. Bring back out the claws. Try to time those dodges, baby. Time those dodges. Keep an eye out for twisters that aren't our twister. Those are bad. We want to avoid those. Come on, big guy. Oh, okay then. All right. Oh, I can't believe he got me with that tail. Okay. Please finish him off. Or at the very least, get him staggered. Either of those are acceptable outcomes of this, what we are currently doing. Oh, thank you. I'm tempted to go ahead and do this. And also this. Even though we should normally save these to get him staggered, I'm hopeful that if we do them now, we can defeat him before he's back on his feet, but that's not going to be the case. He's back on his feet already. Come on. Come on. Don't let him do whatever he's doing. Don't let him do whatever he's doing. Defeat him now before hell falls out of the sky. He's not going to rain down things directly on top of himself. He's not that foolish. So if we just stand underneath him during Apocalypse, I don't foresee any chance we get hurt. Got him in the end. That's 20,000. That's enough to pay for the potions we spent. We also got another Behemoth Shackle and another Orichalcum. So I don't know if we need these for maybe final tier armor of some kind or what, but I'm happy to have them.
For you, eh, Torgal?
Yeah, it was 100% Torgal's doing there, that entire encounter. Well called, well called. Jeez. I'm glad we're just happening upon these guys. We do have a list. I have it pulled up over here of all the other hunt locations. We could have a look here. Kuza Beast we got. So that was during a quest. We got that taken care of. There's also something around this region called a Wailing Banshee. I think it's around here. Having a look at it, it looks like it's actually up here in this village that we're heading towards. So I guess we'll probably deal with that upon our arrival. It's probably even part of this quest that we're about to walk into. I'm unsure. Are we not heading to this? We are heading here for this. Yeah, this is where we're going. I can't remember which quest this is. It could be make for Garnick. Is this Garnick? Quest location nearby? This place was abandoned when we were last here. Yeah.
No.
Is this the book quest?
Which house would a bookworm live in?
That's the one. Okay, yeah, we came here before. I think we got whatever this was before as well. Oh, it's a potion. Well, that's useful. We burned through quite a few of those in our very recent past. So it's nice to finally get a little bit of a restock. I don't know if we could possibly find more if we explored a bit more. But for right now, let's focus on finding the book. And then I wonder if we're going to be confronted by these evil forces. I'm going to check the bookshelf. That makes the most sense. The Folklorist's February, the Moogle. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valisthian folktales than the humble Moogle. Though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps, most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labors. They are said to have sweet tooths, leading to the common superstition that one might not leave cakes or other sweetmeats uncovered overnight, lest naught remain but crumbs come morning. In appearance, they are described as being covered head to toe in soft white fur, excepting the small dark wings by which they are somehow able to take flight, and the brightly colored pom-poms that protrude through the tops of their heads. And yet, there is one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than even the orb that tops its brow, the fact that the creature actually exists. Preposterous, I hear you cry. Everybody knows the Moogles are the stuff of legend. I quite agree, but every legend has its basis in truth, and in the case of the Moogle, the fact may be not so dissimilar to the fiction. Ancient bestiaries list the white mole, whose feet do not touch the ground, among the beasts of the realm, and the illustration beside the name, why, it is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not yet to still survive in the twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carried them to other climes. Climes? C-L-I-M-E-S. Other climes. Is that like climates? I don't know. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they do still live among us, hidden away, far from human view. What a beautiful concept. They're kind of like dragons, right? Where we're all like, dragons don't actually exist. But then we started to unearth dinosaur bones, and it started to make sense, you know? If you're a peasant living in medieval England and you're out digging a trench and you dig up a dinosaur, like a T-Rex head, you're going to say, well, that must be a dragon. And thus was the legend born from a distance. The fall of the bearers. Oh, wait a minute. What? I'm sorry. It's interesting that this is chapter 16. Just throwing out there that is interesting. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift came to be commonly known is likely a contraction of bearer of the heavenly blessings, the wording used by the tribunes of the time. Those born with the blessings were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status, I should say, as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence of their kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bearers themselves, a development that would prove fateful. The divers' notions of time were unanimous in their disapproval. The divers' notions of the time, there we go, were unanimous in their disapproval of the founding of the church. While the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state, they were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meetings by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh on a generation and decimated the population of men and bearers both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Philistine people. All right, so it's easy to see here. The bearers were like, yes, worship us. Which was not a good call on their part. But then the government was like, hey, wait a minute, we're the ultimate authority here, as governments are wont to do. Anything that dares impugn upon their absolute control, they must destroy. After the bearers' last resistance was crushed, the nations of Valisthea came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. Its well-known phrase, bearers are other than human, what a clever saying, has its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies. That's the book there, is it not?
This is it.
Yeah.
But if what it says is true,
yeah,
we need to get this back to the hideaway.
Do we not get to read all the other little gems that were tucked away inside of here? Because it looks like there's a few more that we might want to possibly delve into. Yeah, that's a very interesting history, though. That explains a lot of the questions I had about why bearers were treated the way they were. You might even remember early on, I think we talked about this, like, oh, if you have these magic powers, would you not be in a position of, like, to rule? If you had the ability to shoot fire out of your hands, you would be in charge, right? It's like in Disney's Hercules, where everyone bullies Hercules, but it's like at the beginning of the movie, he's always like knocking over large structures and making a mess. And I was like, oh, Hercules, nah. And it's like, dude, he could snap you like a toothpick. Why are you teasing him? And why is he letting people get away with it? Because he's got a good heart. He's got a good heart. This answers a lot of those questions. Royal Intelligencer Training Report. In the wake of the tragic fires at Caer Norvent in 873V and the subsequent depletion of our most highly practiced intelligencers, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in clandestine maneuvers, improvised weaponry, and assassination techniques, and dispatch promising volunteers to Stonehere for inspection. This report details progress made by the stronghold at Garnick in reinvigorating Walud's ranks of esteemed intelligencers. Curiouser and curiouser. A complete botany of banes. A white flower and black of root, the latter of which gives out an inky... I don't care about this. I want interesting histories and things. Okay, I thought that was something to read, and for a second I was very confused as to why we were kicking it. But I suppose we will go ahead and leave town. Although, there was supposed to be a beast here, and I've yet to see it. Do you reckon we need to do something to... Oh, here it comes. No, it's just coming now. This is it, right? Unless it's just going to be someone waiting to stop
so
us.
Soon, stranger.
Yeah, suspicious character.
We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Hey, he said the name of the book!
I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
Wait, how did he know the book was
Leave
here?
it in our care and return to your life.
Why did he not simply
care?
come and get the book?
Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Well, none of these are the beasts that I expected I would be fighting
Let's
here.
see, shall we?
Maybe we have to leave and come back. Yeah, no, big hammer. I see what you've got there. Let's get them all within our sight. I don't think they need to be within our sight. It's just more satisfying to watch this unfold. So now it's just me and you, big boy. Oh, big boy! Big boy! Big man on campus. Didn't see that coming, did ya? Come on. Take a little nap here. Come on, take a little nap here. Take a little lightning to the face here, sir. Mr. Inquisitor, sir. I don't know why I'm calling him sir. Like he deserves any level of respect. He's a bad man. He's a bad man who burns and buries books to keep the information secret. It's not good people. It's not good people at all. Do you know who else burned books? One Adolf Hitler, and he's the baddest guy of them all. To be clear, there's a lot of other really bad guys throughout history. I mean, he's also terrible. I don't know why we landed on him being the worst, though. Stalin literally existed next to him. They're both pretty bad. Both pretty bad guys. In a world where you have, like, Xi Jinping and, I don't even know, Kim Jong, like, we have actual modern people committing atrocities we could also just consider bad guys. Like, if we need a boogeyman's name... Again, not to diminish how awful Hitler or Stalin was. I'm just saying we have some pretty... Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh looking fellow who runs China. Thank you, Lucas Kits. Xi Jinping the Pooh. Xi Jinping the Pooh. Stupid little communist. Anyway, carrying on here. Oh, we're getting so good at that, but only when it doesn't matter. Only when we're up against the most basic of enemies. The one problem I have with that ability there is the wind-up. It takes too long, and you could be, like, executing other abilities. What do we need, by the way? It's over 5,000 points, I believe. A clutch mine. Handy for building a car, maybe. Get a clutch. That's literally the only hook there.
Impressive.
Thank you.
But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Not if I kill you now. Anyway.
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull.
Okay then, that's a little rude.
There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait.
Yeah, let's just kill the guy now. Oh, there's no way he just ceased to exist. Check under a rock or something. Check behind the wall.
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Yeah, maybe. But also, I think there's supposed to be a monster in here for us to fight, if I'm not mistaken. Hello? I mean, I suppose it's possible I imagined it. But looking at where we are on the map, Garnick, and then, you know, over here I have this hunt location thing. It says here that, oh, it's unlocked after completing an inconvenient truth. and is unlocked during the Back to Their Origin. Okay, so I have to complete this quest, and then we can come back here. That's perfectly fair. Well, how are we doing on the whole storm situation? Have we done everything there is to do? Oh, there's one more thing to do here. What other quests do we have in this immediate vicinity? Oh, something up here near the Bad Batch Conservatory. Of course. We love the Bad Batch. I never did watch Season 2, but Season 1 was fantastic. Omega's fantastic as well. Love the little accent. Very fun character. I'll get around to watching it soon enough. Just mark my words.
Ready, go?
I'm actually keeping up with Ahsoka.
Run like the wind.
I've not watched Andor yet. I've watched the first episode 3 times now because I keep thinking I'm going to watch Andor, so I watched it by myself, and then I watched it with Mike and Brendan, and then I watched it with Trace and Grant, and at no point has I ever felt compelled to watch the second episode. I hear it's a good show, though. I hear it's one of the best Star Wars shows they've put out. I believe it. I believe it. And one day I will watch it. I will watch Andor. One day. I'll get around to Bad Batch Season 2. One day. What on earth is that? That's just like a regular old bog standard troll. That's nothing fancy or anything to be worried about. In fact, I think we probably ran past that guy previously. I think I might even remember him. Maybe not, like, super well. You know, I don't know his name. I couldn't, like, you know, if you asked, I don't think I could tell you what his, like, favorite hobby is, for example, or where he likes to spend his Saturday evenings. But I'm pretty sure I've run past him before. Also, we fought a Kashyyyk here a number of times, so we know there's a Kashyyyk in the area. Hopefully they're dead from last time. Oh, hello. It does look like they're actually dead from last time. They're not here right now. That could just be for the quest, though. It's unlikely they'll stay dead. I had to kill them twice last time I was in the area. This is loot. Bog standard potion and sharp fangs, hot diggity! What have we got here? Yep, writ of incorporation. The Kingdom of Walud hereby incorporates this institution, wherein juvenile bears are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumbing to the crystal's curse, or otherwise perishing, are to be disposed of with all haste. Disposed of. Maybe they send them down the way to be eaten. The graveyard is strictly reserved for uncured. Bear's disposal within its bounds is punishable... or uncursed, I should say, is punishable by death. Okay, then.
Disposed of.
Yeah, no, it's unpleasant. Today's exercise will consist of the press yard, 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace, burn intensity to be gradually increased. Live combat, 1 of 3 hellhounds, depending on performance.
Conditioning.
Oh, did that say...
nothing short of
wait,
torture.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me have another go at this. Yeah, conditioning
I
schedule.
wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place.
This must be
I need
what
to
we're
find
here
that
for.
registry.
Yeah, this place is a nightmare. I have recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me, my daughters, my wives, all of them, all those children. So many have died at my hands. I can bear the guilt no longer, and so I have decided tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I'll command them to tear me limb from limb and enter my accursed corpse and inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication, and beside me my shame and my curse, the record of all their names, all those I have wronged. At least he had a moment, you know.
This reads like a suicide note.
Did
the director go through with his plan?
You don't say!
There's only one way to find out.
Very well observed, Clive. Very well observed. Where do they bury? Like back over here? Have we seen the graveyard before? Goodness gracious, this seems deeply miserable, doesn't it? Yeah, no, this is it up here. At least he had a moment where he realized his wrongs. I'll give him that. I'll grant him that much. He was a monster.
A forked white tree. This must be the place.
Oh good, they didn't bury it deep enough.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Yeah, Hans, 10-year-old. Alfred, 9 years old. Friends, 12-year-old. Paulina, 10 years old. Bruno, Johanna. Oh my gosh, how long is this list? Oh, it starts to fade out the further back you go.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery?
Probably him.
It was only a matter of time, I suppose.
It could be him, I suppose. It's a possibility. I thought for sure he'd be dead and buried in the ground, but it could be this guy. These could also be the bearers, bless them. Can bears turn? Yeah, bears can turn a Kashik. That guy's brother did. Can we just get rid of this guy? Hold on, we're gonna go ahead and let this rip. So it hopefully takes care of what's left of the little guys. Yeah, there we go. And then it'll also kind of give us a bit of a hand on this guy. I was really hoping that would hit before he had the opportunity to hit me. He's not that big of a threat is the deal, right? So it's not even, after the beasts we fought today, this guy's not much to deal with. Big hits. Big hits. Come on, big guy. Take your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Oh, he can launch himself backwards. That's fun. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Come on. There we go. And punch him back into a staggered state. Finish him off. Are we going to have a moment where we find out that the guy that ran this place is an Akashic that's just, all he does is sit around and cry all day? He can't even be bothered to go out and do, like, murders and whatnot like all the rest of them? Although, I guess, is it really murders if they're not capable of, like, if you're killed by a wild animal, they're not really capable of free thought, are they? They're just kind of running on instinct. You wouldn't really call that murder, will they? You wouldn't say your dog murdered me. Well, you wouldn't say anything if you'd been murdered by a dog, would you? You wouldn't be talking much at all after that. It's an interesting question. Is a creature that is not capable of self-awareness capable of committing murder? You can be killed by an animal, but it's kind of a separate thing, isn't it?
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Absolutely. We need to head out of here. I think we're probably finally done here in the Ashlands. So, back across the sea we go. At least I think we're done here. Otherwise, there would be marks on the map. So much more to do over here, and so much more time to spend doing it. Fortunately, folks, you'll have to wait until next time. Till then, thank you for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!